Next, I want to show you how to use home as a worship leader. Now, as a worship leader, maybe you're thinking, I just live in services, man. Leave me alone. Let me go in, make my set list, move on. Fair. I get it. But what if there were some other things that you could do in Planning Center to help you stay organized as you use services to do your thing? Great. So when you log in, this is Brandon. I'm logged in as Brandon. And this is Brandon's dashboard. Now here I have my schedule. So this is the plan that's coming up for the week ahead. I also, Brandon has a couple of worship leader workflow cards. So these are some people who are interested in participating in the worship team. We've got Robert and Billy and Benjamin, and they're all at different steps. I need to follow up with them. There are my workflow cards. I also have a breakdown of the teams, plans forecast, attendance. So basically, this is just a quick metric to see people checking in to sign up to be a volunteer, just seeing general attendance. I didn't explain that well, but you get it. Attendance, bars, metrics, it's a thing. It's helpful. Great. Okay, I also have my tasks here. So these are things that I need to take action on, which is a fantastic segue into tasks. Okay, again, tasks. Pretty straightforward. These are just the things that I have that I need to get done. I've got to start planning that musician retreat. You know what? I really need to do that by this Friday. So I'm going to set my due date for tomorrow, save changes. Great. I could also organize this by list. I don't have that set up here, but you get the picture. I have a couple of lists here. Here is my weekly AV setup. That's just something that's happening week to week. I can also have a list for my team. So if I have a couple of groups of teams that are working together week to week, I could have a list that we could all be collaborating on. Mostly I have Brandon's account set up for Brandon. So when I go into weekly service prep, these are all of the tasks that Brandon is doing week to week. And I have it set up so that I don't have to do that task, recreate it every week. It's just already there in my template. So when I go to create a new list, I can do it from the template that I already created. And I'm going to set that up for this Sunday, which I believe is the 7th. So I'm going to do that. Great. Now everything is set up and all of my tasks are set up so that they are related to the time that I create the task list. So for example, after church on Sunday, we're done, we've had lunch, but I want to start prepping for next Sunday. I can create my new list from my template and all of the deadlines are going to be associated with the correct timeline for getting things done before the next Sunday. Great. So how do tasks get onto this list? Okay, there are a couple of different ways. One, you can just add a task. There we go. Another way is from an automation. Now, an automation is when something happens in Planning Center and then it happens again, or no, it doesn't happen again. It happens and then it triggers something else in Planning Center, okay? So as Brandon, I'm gonna head over to services because Brandon lives in services. Okay. And let's say he is looking at his team and he wants to set up an automation so that when someone is added to his team, he gets a task. Ta-da! New team person. Yay. I'm going to add that to my inbox. I'm going to set a due date. I got to follow up on this within 3 days because I will procrastinate if I don't. So create automation. There we go. Now, whenever someone is added to Brandon's team, he gets a task to follow up with them. All right. Now, since we're in services, I want to show you something else as it relates to this toolbar. Now, we have a new feature called Chat, and it is in beta. Maybe you've seen it in your sidebar or in your mobile app. Let's head over to a plan. Now, Chat is designed to help you connect with the teams that you lead, making sure that you're collaborating and everyone is on the same page about what is going on. Now, here I have my plan for this weekend. I am like bad at using this like clicker. Like it just, this is user error as I am using the trackpad. I am not clicking hard enough. Okay, so here I am looking at my team and here's my band. And oh my gosh, this band is terrible at responding to volunteer requests. I'm so annoyed. I'm going to go over to the chat and I'm going to start a conversation with them and say, respond to my requests. So I'm going to go over to the Kingston band and I just want to talk to the people who are not responding. Okay, so I'm going to filter by the plan and I'm just going to talk to these people. Okay, I'm going to start a conversation. I'm going to say, I want to bring you coffee, so you have to respond, right? I'm nice. I'm a great worship leader. I want to bring coffee, okay? So, responded. Great. Oh, I need that electric guitar player. I'm going to go ahead over here. I'm going to add Matthew, different Matthew. Matthew Gilson. One. Okay. Oh, but now what? If he's not included in the chat, because I already started the chat, oh my gosh, it's almost like we thought about this situation. Go over to the chat, go to settings, and oh my gosh, Matthew is included in the chat. Go back, and Matthew will have responded. Ha ha ha! Matthew loves a mocha. All right, so that's how chat works as a band leader. Now, you can always start chats with whatever teams you lead as a leader, and you can also start chats or participate in a conversation with your group leaders, or group members. So as a worship leader, you're not just leading church in worship on Sunday, you're also participating in community, so you can always chat with your team and your group from the same place. Yes. All right, so that is chat, and that is how you might be able to use home, the dashboard, tasks, and the toolbar as a worship leader.